Hi, I'm Pat Ryan for NewHavenChargers.com. The Chargers this week take on LIU Post University. Last week, the Chargers defeated St. Anselm's College by a score of 70-26. The Chargers had a lot of positives in that game. I'm here with Coach Rossimondo. Coach Rossimondo, what kind of positives did we take away from that game?
Well, we ran the ball well. I think obviously anytime you can have over 500 yards rushing, you're doing something good. So O-line played pretty good. Our running backs played terrific, and we had an opportunity there to hold the ball a little bit against an explosive offense and keep our defense off the field a little bit, even though we scored a couple times pretty quickly.
This week, you take on LIU University Post. They're a PSAC East team from last year. They're a team that has a quarterback that mirrors Ronnie Nelson. He runs and he throws very well. What kind of challenges does this team pose for you this week?
Anytime you got a dual threat quarterback, it makes you prepare a little bit differently. You got to keep the guy in the pocket. You got to make sure that he doesn't kill you with his legs, and you make him a one-dimensional. You can't let him do both.
And as this Saturday at Dellacamera Stadium, you're back in the nice confines of a home stadium. It's family day. Does that make a little bit more of an edge for the kids? Do they want to play a little bit harder because their parents and family and friends will be around?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great crowd. It's going to be a terrific day. I think the weather's supposed to hold up. There'll be a lot of alums here because we've never beat LIU Post, so our alums are going to want to come back and see what we can do.
All right, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck this week.
At the University of New Haven, we believe a great education takes place not only in the classroom, but also in the real world. Here, research projects and internships transform lives through hands-on learning. Here, we prepare students to lead purposeful and fulfilling lives in a global society. Here, we cultivate an environment of discovery and collaboration, and we inspire innovation. Come experience the difference here at the University of New Haven.
Craig Mortali for NewHavenChargers.com. I'm now joined by New Haven tight end Mike Flacco. Mike, Ronnie Nelson, a big game last week, over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Coach and I talked the last couple of weeks how there was an adjustment period with him and some of the new receivers and some of the changes he made in the game. Talk about how Ronnie has brought his passing game up to another level in the last week.
Ron's a great player. I mean, he's going to have great games. You're going to have bad games. I think took the receivers and the tight ends and the line a little bit more time to, get our responsibilities down. And, we're getting there. We still got a lot of work to do, everybody, obviously. But if we get open, Ron's going to find us. So, we just got to get open.
You're new to the program. I'm sure there's an initiation period of learning the offense and getting comfortable not only with a new quarterback, but an entire new offensive scheme. Talk about that and how you've started to make an impact on the offense now.
I haven't played football in 8 years, and last time I played football, I was a quarterback. So I've never played tight end in my life, so everything's brand new. So obviously I'm just listening to the coaches, trying to take everything they're throwing at me, and put it in my head and somehow translate it to the game. Starting to get my legs back because, man, was I not ready for football when I got here. They just killed me. So my legs are starting to come back, so hopefully I can use my speed to open some things up for us in the middle of the field.
For those in our audience that might not be familiar, Mike was a minor league baseball player in the Orioles and the Red Sox system, corner infielder. So what's more difficult, tight end in football or corner infielder riding a bus?
Well, you know what? Right now I'm playing football, so football's harder right now. I'll tell you that much.
It's hard to criticize anything in a 44-point win, especially when there's 800 yards of offense. But was there anything that the team has been working on this week that they weren't happy with coming off the win against St. Anselm? Any aspect of the game that needed improvement?
I think just every part of the game, you're always trying to improve. We ran the ball pretty well, but a lot of the plays were Mike just making awesome plays. So as a line, we can block better, and Ron ran around and bought some time and made some plays.
Talk about Mike DeCaro's performance, over 200 yards rushing, 205 to be more specific, 3 touchdowns. How much pressure that takes off the passing game when you have a runner that can hang 200 yards easily?
It was awesome. There was a couple runs and a couple times where I was wishing that I wasn't blocking for him just so I could see what he was doing behind me, because when he got in front of me, he was making people miss, and it was awesome. So, Mike's a special player, so we're just trying to give him a crack.
This week, the opponent is LIU Post, one of the more competitive teams in the Northeastern Division II. Talk about some of the challenges you'll face on offense when you score up against LIU Post.
Yeah, I'm so worried about doing my own thing. I haven't had time to worry about some of the other teams at times, but I've heard from all the other guys that LIU Post is going to be a good physical team. So it's just worrying about, taking care of my responsibilities, and I got to go out there and bust my butt every play because they're going to bring it, so we got to bring it right back to them.
That's great. That's Mike Flacco, and you can see Mike in action on Saturday right here on NewHavenChargers.com. Pat, Ryan, and I will have all the play-by-play at 1 o'clock